Hey guys, welcome back to the Somnium Files. Let's carry on where we left off. We're heading up Sajima Residence. It is Monday, and Iris is still alive.
I heard there was no body found at the cold storage warehouse.
So is not wrong about that.
Isn't your investigation over?
But he is wrong about that. Unfortunately, so you are still implicated in the murder of Shoko Nadami. But all we do have is a phone call though, so it's a bit thin. We're just going to have to press him for some more information, like Phoenix Wright does in his trials. Let's see if he has some answers for us. Hopefully he doesn't speak, you know, in any dirty language. We've had enough innuendos this Monday morning, thank you very much, while I explore your garden. A garden lantern.
Speaking of gardens, what kind do you prefer?
I like a well-manicured lawn.
Yeah, I can get behind that. I like just a nice, well-trimmed lawn as well. I think it's just simple, sweet, and elegant.
But some bushes aren't bad either.
Not a big fan of just having bushes placed willy-nilly. Just give me a pure lawn, maybe a couple of potted plants here and there, and I think I'll be happy.
I mean, what?
Oh shit! Fuck, I just got whooshed. It's another innuendo!
Iba, look! A merman.
So's feeding a merman?
So is a wealthy politician.
Wait, what? I thought... Sorry. It sounds like she's saying, like, a merman is also a wealthy politician.
It is no surprise to me that he has a merman.
Oh. Okay. Jeez.
Wait, a merman?
Yes, a merman, Iba. Goodness me, is something wrong with your processor? Have we just corrupted your mind with all the stuff we've been saying? With Boss? Even me, I've been influenced.
Oh, hey everybody! I'm a merman.
Mario, are you in the pond? I heard a strange voice just now. Could it be? I think Boss's friend is down there. We need to save him before he drowns. Alright, so while it is suspicious that you've got a merman in your pond, I've actually come to discuss other matters. So is feeding the koi in the pond. Ah, it's koi that's actually in the pond. There you go. Why did you call Shoko?
You are beginning to irritate me.
Not only now am I starting to irritate you? Well, shit, you've been patient with us so far, haven't you?
What did you want to talk to her about? What is the private matter you mentioned?
Yeah. Share this private matter with us.
What is your relationship with her?
I'll answer your questions when you present a warrant.
Oh my gosh. We're not gonna stop hounding you, you know. But this is a guy who knows the law and the rules. And he's got money invested in the police force, doesn't he? So it's not gonna be that easy. Why were you at the warehouse?
I told you I will not answer that question.
Why? You just look super suspicious right now.
And why not?
Who goes to an empty warehouse in the middle of the night and just walks out after you were being questioned by someone from Abyss, no less?
We didn't find anything there.
Because he went straight to the warehouse after we were done questioning him, even though he did say he was going to retire in his mansion.
There's nothing to hide.
Literally nothing to hide, because there's nothing there. Unfortunately, we didn't get confirmation of a body, because Iba had conveniently run out of battery.
It appears that he will not respond.
Very good observation there, Iba. I was just pressing him in case he would fold. About number 89.
Number 89? Who is that?
Oh god, do you know anyone in this town?
An inmate at Fuchu prison.
His name is Falco, ring any bells? He's a gruff, handsome-looking fella.
He used to go by Falco.
Yeah.
He was an assassin.
Exactly. For the Kumakuras. Of course, we didn't see you at the Kumakuras in this timeline.
Odd, finding such a person in Japan.
What, fighting an assassin in Japan? Are you serious?
What about him?
About a week ago, he called your secretary.
I don't know anything about that.
Of course you don't. Let me guess, your secretary hid it from you.
He was probably calling for a pardon or some such nonsense.
I mean, it's got a point there.
My secretary probably decided it wasn't worth my attention.
Shock horror. I knew you'd pull that card. Well, can I speak with your secretary then? Does he look like a bald bodyguard or is it a she? About number 89.
If you need information, you can ask her.
Ah, it is a her. Okay, well, where can I find her?
I can't help you.
About Iris.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know that girl.
Well, if I search your mansion and I find an A-set figure in there, you know, you're gonna be just as embarrassed as Moma is.
I've never seen her before.
Date.
That's not true. Thermograph?
I knew he was lying.
Jeez, for a politician, you're a terrible liar. I mean, we all know politicians lie, but come on, man.
This proves it.
Control your body temperature better.
I am having difficulty determining his motive for lying.
It's funny because I think we used the thermograph on Iris as well, and even though we suspected she was lying, her thermograph didn't light up. And Iba put forth the proposition that she's a natural liar and she's able to mask her tells and whatnot. But So's unable to do that.
After all, Iris was not killed.
Still, he doesn't want to be associated with young pop star. Up and coming, that is.
Maybe he's got a secret with her he doesn't want us knowing. What are you hiding, So?
Haven't you people got enough?
No. There's never enough.
I'm very busy. Excuse me.
At least it's business hours this time. Where's your bodyguards anyway?
Oh, actually, I do have one more thing to tell you.
What is it?
To be honest, Kaname Date, I don't like you.
You didn't need to tell me that. I can see it all over your scowling face.
I don't ever want to see you again. So I suggest that you don't show your face here anymore.
Look, it's either that or I take both your eyeballs.
It's what's best for both of us. Understand?
Seems adamant this time. Still, you offered your secretary up to us, so we will talk with her. Try not to be a runaway bride again. So walked away sternly.
Who does this guy think he is?
Congressman.
Date, your blood pressure is skyrocketing. Any higher could kill you.
Oh, really? Jeez, how intense are our feelings for So Sajima right now? Up the dosage.
Relax, Date. We still have much to do.
I know.
We should just be grateful that Iris is still alive, although that is a mystery in itself. Why Date was hallucinating. If he was hallucinating. Or if we change the course of history. I don't know about that, but then again, you know, anything's possible with these games. Let's visit the Sagan residence and follow up with Hitomi and Iris.
I apologize for yesterday.
Well, I'm glad that you're sitting on this couch smiling rather than sobbing, to be honest, so let's chalk that up as a victory, I suppose.
I arrived uninvited.
No, I'm grateful. Thanks to you, Mizuki has her voice back.
Yeah, I arrived uninvited here as well, so I think we're even.
No, I didn't do anything.
I think you've done quite well, Hitomi. Although you are her homeroom teacher. And, well, Mizuki told me something in another lifetime about you meeting with So Sajima. Do you know anything about that? I'll, let you think about that, stew over it while I inspect your house. Again, a refrigerator.
Date, a riddle.
Here we go. Are you gonna go on about that elephant again? I swear.
A man-eating alligator lives in a river. There are no bridges or boats.
What does this have to do with the fridge?
How do you cross?
Well, let's see. You jump across?
Wrong. The solution is simple. You just swim across.
Okay.
But what about the man-eating alligator?
He's at a convention out of town.
What?
He isn't in the river.
This is like a poorly written mystery novel or something. You know, where they just pull something out of their ass at the very end. It's Mama.
I've been wondering about that picture.
Iris drew it when she was 12.
That's you on the left and Iris in the middle, correct?
And who's on the right?
Yes,
And who's on the right?
the man I was dating at the time.
Falco.
It was only for 3 months, but
Was it a wonderful 3 months? I suppose probably not. It ended in a gunshot to your shoulder.
I met him about 6 years ago. Have you been to the Kume Shrine in the Minato district?
I sure have.
I was praying there one day, and I heard a voice. Well, more like a groan.
He'd been injured, right?
Behind the shrine, I saw a man sitting on the ground. He was bleeding badly from his stomach. I took out my phone to call an ambulance, but
He kissed you.
he grabbed my wrist, and he held me, and then he kissed me. I was shocked, but when I stared into his eyes...
It was a ballsy move, but hey, it seems to have paid a lot of dividends for him. He met a lovely lady. He stayed alive. The only unfortunate thing is how everything seemed to have ended 3 months later.
Then I heard footsteps, and then a bunch of men yelling. They were looking for him. When the voices and footsteps faded, he let me go.
Hmm.
Don't call an ambulance, and don't call the cops. I knew he had to be a criminal, so I took him to an underground clinic I knew.
You knew an underground clinic?
You took him to a mob doctor?
Renju's friend. I only met him once.
Renju's friends with a mob doctor? Goodness.
Even though we had our first kiss seconds after meeting each other, it took a long time before I got to see him again. The first time we held hands was when we watched a horror movie together.
He watched a horror movie with her? Jeez. I guess assassins do have lives after all.
The first time I took his arm was when we went to a haunted house in an amusement park.
He went to an amusement park? What was he, performing a hit there? Or was he just literally taking you on a date?
But I wasn't the one who grabbed him. A zombie jumped out and scared us, and he clung onto my arm.
That's actually amusing in a way, like humanizing number 89. Like, we obviously don't know too much about the guy. He's just told us that brief story eons ago now.
He had that cute side to him. And I was falling in love.
Guess deep down he is just a sensitive guy.
Our second kiss was in the car. It's cliché, I know. But we drove around at night, looking at all the lights. We parked our car near a warehouse and kissed.
It's funny that she's just reminiscing all the dates as we just look at this picture to Date.
I don't think we ever said I love you. At
the warehouse district?
But we both knew. We were getting closer and closer. I introduced him to Iris about a month after I first met him.
Well, that's what she looked like as a kid. Oh, how adorable.
Iris never had a father figure in her life before. She warmed up to him immediately and treated him like a real dad. From then on, it was always the three of us together. We would go to the beach, to the river, the zoo, the amusement park.
Wow, he had a lot of free time on his hands.
Going to barbecues with another person was a new experience for me and Iris.
Goodness me. Number 89, Falco. Yakuza assassin and suburban dad.
Everything felt so fresh. Every day was so exciting.
It's crazy how, like, you know, someone you know just down the street having a normal life could be leading a double life as an assassin, and you wouldn't know. Sounds like he blended in very well with just regular citizens. And that's kind of scary.
Oh, sorry. You asked about the picture.
I did, but thank you for sharing that information. You don't realize how important that tidbit is.
He wanted to make okonomiyaki one day. He was working with the hot plate. It was ridiculous. He was trying to flip one, and it flew up in the air and landed right on my head. Iris saw the whole thing and laughed and laughed. I hadn't seen her laugh like that in a long time. I was having so much fun that I put an okonomiyaki on their heads too. Plop, plop. I added the bonito flakes and mayo and sauce.
Why is Hitomi so wholesome? Goodness, she's just so nice. And,
At this point, there was no going back.
She's a sweetheart. I hope she's not into anything evil or crazy. It would break my heart, I think.
Eggs flew, flour going everywhere. The room was not a pretty sight. After our battle, we laughed like crazy. We were rolling around on the floor.
Date's just like, okay. He's not even smiling, he's not even empathizing, he's just like, alright, carry on.
So Iris decided to draw it. It's nostalgic. But those days didn't last. 6 years ago, in November, a man with a gun broke into our house.
This looks like it's exactly 6 years ago, because we are in November now, at least according to Date, when he examined that Christmas tree. Is it a coincidence that it's exactly 6 years later?
Fortunately, Iris wasn't home at the time.
That was when Rohan broke in?
But my boyfriend was. That's why the gunman came. He wanted to kill him. He wanted to kill him, and he would never stop. He pulled the trigger. I tried to protect him.
You did. We saw it all happen.
The bullet hit me, but the police arrived.
And there we go. Date's dream.
They were both arrested and incarcerated.
Why was he after your boyfriend?
So Rohan was arrested as well, but then he pled insanity, and he got transferred to the mental hospital, right?
Before he met me, he committed some terrible crime. I don't know the details, but it was awful. So he became a target for underworld criminals. I don't know exactly why, but I know that he betrayed them in some way.
Probably wanted out. He never leave that life behind so easily.
May I ask you something?
Of course.
I had heard that that incident was a random break-in gone wrong.
Oh. That's not true. I lied about it at the time, because of Mizuki.
Fair enough.
Mizuki is Iris's friend.
And you didn't want Iris knowing, because she wasn't home at the time.
If she found out, Iris would find out too.
Kids talk. You're quite right about that.
I didn't want Iris to know.
Know what?
Who he truly was, I suppose. She wanted to preserve her happy memories of him.
That I was dating a criminal. He was her father figure. Iris looked up to him.
Yeah, it would like shatter her illusion of, in her eyes, a great guy.
If she found out about his past.
But it sounds like he was actively trying to change. And, well, I mean, he is a murderer, but, I mean, geez. I don't know what to make of it right now. There's a drawing on the wall. Iris drew it when she was 12. Well, we got a lot of data from that, from Hitmoi, so thank you. Let's continue looking around. There's some elementary workbooks on the table, but looking closely, one in the middle is different. How to handle a monster parent. Just realized, it's Monday. Why aren't you at work? Shouldn't you be teaching? There are pineapples growing in the corner. That's what I thought anyway. But then I realized it was just a plant. And that is how we get confused with dead bodies appearing. Date? Well, I think I've seen everything, Hitmoi. Hitomi's touching her right shoulder with her left hand. It's Monday, isn't it school day? That's what I thought.
Today's a holiday.
Oh, that's convenient, but good.
I suppose there's never a day off for a detective.
No, sadly I'm always on the job.
Oh, but you aren't a detective, right?
Yes, I am a special agent. Well done. Thank you for remembering.
Technically, yes. But I still deal with crime.
So, if it gets me with the ladies, I'll use detective.
I see. Today is a holiday.
Iba, you didn't know that?
You forgot too, didn't you?
I didn't realize AI forget things. Where's Renju?
You asked me that yesterday.
Did something happen to him? She asks. There's no point hiding it. I told her about Renju's disappearance.
Right from the hospital? I'm sorry. I have no idea.
About Iris. I didn't think she would have any idea, to be honest.
I've put Iris through so much.
I wonder if number 89 knows. If he knew who killed Shoko Nodami, he might know what Renju's fate is.
I was 19 and single when she was born. People didn't take kindly to that. But Iris was such a fighter. She always protected me. I remember, one time at the nursery, some of the other mothers were talking about me. Iris ran up to them and said, "Don't talk about my mommy."
Geez, sounds like a bunch of Karens, to be honest.
I'm supposed to be the mother, but it's Iris who's always protecting me.
How dare they talk bad about Hitmoi, bad? Jeez. What about your parents?
They died when I was 17.
And then 2 years later you had Iris.
I was an orphan, and my relatives lived far away. They might have taken me in, but I was already in my second to last year of high school. It wasn't a good idea for me to move that late.
Fair enough.
So I decided to stay here, by myself.
And take care of Iris.
Yes, all alone.
I think you've done the best you could.
But Renju would help sometimes.
He's the kind of guy that would help, but when it comes to his own daughter, hands off. It's like when, you know, a baby comes over and you're like, oh, cute little baby. And then you're like, thank God they get to go home at the end of the day to their actual parents. I don't have to deal with all the nasty stuff like cleaning up puke and putting him to sleep. About Iris.
It was always just me and her. Vacations, barbecues, zoos, amusement parks. Just me and her.
Sounds like you got around a lot.
Oh, that reminds me. When Iris was 5, There was a children's theater show in Bloom Park.
Bloom Park.
It was called Milky Moon. It was about girls as magical space rangers and such.
Like Sailor Moon?
She loved singing and dancing, even as a kid. Whenever she heard music, her body would start moving. It was a quirk of hers. And she did it at the show, too. Toward the end, when all the Milky Moon girls were dancing to the ending song, Iris climbed up onto the stage and danced with them. I tried to stop her, of course.
Jeez, I think this game's done a very good job of developing the characters and basically fleshing them out, you know?
I grabbed her arm and tried to get her to sit, but
They all feel like real people, and it's cool. I like it.
before I knew it, she was up there, dancing. And everyone was so excited. Even I was dancing by the end of it.
Sucks though that it was like so long ago now, but hey, at least she's chasing her dream of becoming a pop idol. There we go. Date's finally smiling a little bit.
When it was over,
He's broken.
she had the biggest smile on her face. Mama, you're a good dancer. That's the kind of girl she was.
Like I said, I'm grateful that she's sharing these stories with a smile on her face rather than through tears about Iris.
Whenever she sees someone playing music on the street, she'll run up and join them, right then and there.
Because if she was saying this through tears, this would be a heartbreaking segment, but now it's just like a heartwarming one, you know? It's amazing how like the tone can just change depending on circumstances.
Music at the train station, the crosswalk beeping, even at convenience stores. When their little chime played, she would start dancing.
Oh god.
It almost got her into trouble once.
Really? What, she almost got jammed by the door?
She was on the jungle gym and a truck drove by. It was playing loud music out the windows. She climbed up to the top and started dancing. But she lost her balance and fell. She fractured her leg pretty badly.
Ouch.
It was on a Sunday, and it was hard to find an open emergency care.
What? Well, that's just terrible, isn't it? It's obviously not emergency care if it's not open 24/7. Like, it's like emergency care only when it's convenient, though. 9 to 5.
I was carrying her on my back, running and running through town. I could still hear her crying. Will I still be able to dance, Mommy? Can I still dance?
I mean, it's convenient to have your legs for dancing, but you can always just shake your upper half, right?
She cried and cried into my shoulder.
Just like lift your hands up in the air.
It was the only time she ever cried so much. No, that's not true. There was one other time.
When Falco disappeared? What was the other time?
6 years ago. I was the victim of a shooting.
Oh yeah, and you getting shot would probably be very devastating.
After the surgery, Iris came in running. And she was sobbing.
Mommy, don't die! Don't die!
It's after the surgery, she's fine. Poor girl.
Don't die, Mommy! Don't die!
Oh dear.
I swore to myself then
That you wouldn't die?
that I would protect her, no matter what.
I wonder if that'll have dangerous implications.
Iris is everything to me.
Iris is everything to her. She'll protect her no matter what. She dated a criminal. You know, pieces could fall into place that where Hitmoi could do harm to someone if they ever threatened Iris.
More important than my own life.
Summarize for me. My favorite line.
Date, we can't spend time reminiscing.
Oh. Fine. We need to look for Renju. Sorry.
We have to get moving.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, thanks for the tea and for telling me about that picture. I do have to be going now, but say hi to Iris for me. Ask her why she's not dead, if you could. That'd be great. I didn't even ask her, like, you know, was your daughter ever missing? Or, like, where was she the entirety of yesterday? We got the cold storage warehouse and lemon escape. Let's go to the cold storage warehouse. I'm curious as to what we'll find. Cold storage warehouse, Monday. With Iba in my left eye socket, I walked into the cold storage warehouse. I could see my breath. I looked around, shivering. Nothing seemed changed from last night, though. apart from the fact that there's no white cloth on the workbench anymore.
There are numerous cardboard boxes on the shelves.
Indeed there are.
There is nothing abnormal about them.
If only you were here to, you know, inspect the crime scene with me. Or, well, I suppose it was a crime scene only in my head at the time. Shelves packed with cardboard boxes.
A forklift. It doesn't seem like it's in use.
Nope, it's frozen solid.
It was likely just left here.
A forklift. The tires of the forklift and the ground they are on are clearly frozen.
The crane on the ceiling. Nothing has changed. A forklift. Nothing seems out of the ordinary.
It's like Iba's like trying to double check everything to make sure that, you know, what we saw yesterday actually did happen or whether it didn't.
A switchboard. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. That machine is used to cut ice.
And bodies.
Do they store ice here?
It's frozen. But yeah, I don't see any packaged ice.
There are only a few items on the shelf. It is likely that this warehouse isn't in regular use.
Mm-hmm. There's a cardboard box on the floor. There's nothing in it. Alright, time for the piece de resistance. The workbench.
You first arrived here yesterday at 9 p.m. At that time, lying on this workbench was...
Iris's dead body, covered with a white cloth.
But the second time...
The corpse was gone.
I mean, was it ever there?
It was 11:25 p.m. But the body could not have simply vanished. Crime scene investigation was here before 11:25 p.m.
When did they arrive?
According to the report, 10:30 p.m.
And...
After we finished syncing with So.
So did dream about Iris getting stabbed repeatedly by the blue man. The blue man. Is it the same blue man as in her Somnium? The one that was kissing So? I can't remember if it was even a blue man. It's so long ago now. I mean, it's possible, you know, just us talking about Iris being stabbed and found in the cold storage warehouse could influence his Somnium. That's why it may not be vivid enough for him to identify who stabbed Iris. That would be an explanation, right? Or what did we see? Like, Mizuki's obviously seen this body because she dreamed about it in her Somnium. Either we hallucinated the entire thing or there's another Iris around that's like a clone or a mannequin of sorts that looks exactly like something Mizuki's seen before.
It took them an hour and a half to get here?
Correct.
I mean, it was late at night, warehouse district.
Why did it take them so long?
It was a Sunday night as well. Was it a Sunday night? Yeah, it was a Sunday night.
Unknown. The report does not specify.
Something delayed them, so whoever moved the body, if there was a body, had time to get away without anyone noticing.
Perhaps a result of outside influence.
Outside influence?
So it is suspicious that they took so long to get here. I see. Let's make a note of that.
In any case, there is nothing of note about the bench. Examining it will not reveal any further information.
No marks of any sort that a body was there. No, you know, red hair lying around somewhere. No blood, obviously. There wasn't blood yesterday. It's a workbench. There's nothing on it.
Hi, I'm Jemimon.
I was like, shit, I'm missing some sort of evidence, and I like saw the old drum and now you're coming up with this?
Iba, the jokes, you've gotta stop.
At least that one is a pun compared to our fridge one. Oh, just one box.
It's a wooden box.
Jeez, I like looked everywhere and I was like, I thought that was part of the shelves, but no, that box is separate.
There is nothing inside.
An empty wooden box on the shelf. We searched the warehouse again, but we didn't find anything useful.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
But finding nothing may, in fact, be something.
What, the fact that there is literally nothing, like someone had thoroughly cleaned the scene up?
What do you mean?
I was just thinking out loud. Let's get going. Date, your temperature is dropping.
Okay, well, is my blood pressure dropping as well?
At this rate, they might find your body in here.
Okay, calm down. We'll be fine. Lemniscate it is. Somewhere warm. The receptionist arms. Lemniscate, Monday.
right now.
You're aggro? How about being grateful and relieved that you're still alive?
Who says that?
We used to say that in high school. Not that long ago, but I don't know if people say it these days.
Why are you angry?
You backed out on your Shovel Forge promise.
Hey, I tried to get in contact with you. I got Ota, who is simping hard for you right now. Try to get in contact with you. He couldn't get through, and besides, I was on the clock, and to be honest, I kind of thought you were dead. I don't know if that last part is a suitable excuse to say when you miss out on, you know, an engagement with someone, but here we are.
I didn't make any promises.
You promised me a date, though.
Yeah, I went to your house, didn't I? I know it was just before midnight, but I still technically came to your house.
I did go to your house.
See, Date knows. He's got the same response as I do.
2 minutes before midnight.
It was still yesterday. We can get lawyers to argue about this, and I'm sure I'm going to come out on the right side.
And you didn't even take me anywhere.
It was the middle of the night. Everything was closed. I mean, geez. And you were in the middle of doing yoga anyway. I didn't mean to interrupt that session, so I figured, you know what, let's just hang out at your house. And besides, Mizuki was there. She was third wheeling. I didn't want her to, you know, get the wrong idea or anything. I didn't want to do my papa duties as well as my romantic duties, so... because they kind of clash, you see.
Yeah, because we only had 2 minutes.
We could have gone somewhere.
Where?
Iturup, Kunashir, Shikotan, Habomai?
I'm out from out of town. I don't know what any of this is, so sorry. Okay, it didn't come up in my mind.
Absolutely not.
Then you should have come earlier.
Like I said, I was on the clock, okay? I'm a busy guy.
Well,
Uh-oh, Date's run out of excuses. Oh boy. Well, at least the receptionist is here. She's a lot more grateful, you know. We actually, like, ran away together and eloped, okay? Which is probably less suitable and appropriate when it comes to you, but alas. Let's look around. It's a sofa.
I should lose some weight.
I mean, we're running around a lot, aren't we, Date? So I think it'll come in time.
I didn't say so fat.
A plant.
Date, look!
What do we got?
It's a Terraphila camellifolia. Look!
Oh, what now? How is there always something different on these plants?
Yay! Yay!
Okay, just don't jump out of my eye, please. I don't want to freak out the receptionist. I may still have a chance.
Go Terraphila camellifolia!
Iba gets awfully excited about insects. Like I said, it's strange for an AI to be excited about bugs.
It's a high table.
Date, I don't understand. You want me to say hi to this table?
No, it's a high table.
That's not what I said.
Calm down. I think you're just still seeing red. Promotional videos of the agency's talent are playing.
It's Shinsen Chatran.
Yes.
Who's that?
I don't know. We'll just roll with it. Well, how are you holding up, receptionist? There's a receptionist sitting behind the desk. I want to know your measurements.
I'm 5'4".
Okay.
That
Alright.
is clearly not what you meant.
No, it's not, but... I mean, she technically answered my question, so... Gotta hand it to her. Can I have your contact information?
Why?
You are a potential witness. I need to know where Renju is. If you do see him, I need to be able to contact you, and you need to be able to contact me.
Well, because it may lead to something in the future.
I don't know.
Oh, what can I do to convince you?
Date, we're on an investigation.
Yeah, well, I spent some time with Hitmoi, didn't I? And she took a while. You're not giving me the same amount of time with the receptionist.
Just let me have this.
Can I have your contact information?
That's enough.
Hey, love waits for no one, okay? It could happen during an investigation. I don't want to miss out.
I'll come right out of your eye socket if you don't stop.
I warned you not to do that, okay? You're gonna freak her out, you're gonna freak Iris out, you're gonna freak the surveillance cameras out, and you're gonna freak me out. Can I have your contact information?
I'm serious. I'm going to pop out.
Oh, I think she's actually gonna do it. Can I have your contact information? Oh no, here we go. Iva flew out of my left eye and started dancing on the desk. The receptionist immediately fainted. Iris saw the whole thing and also fainted. And so, my story ended. The end. Thanks, Iba. You've ruined this investigation. But I couldn't let that happen, so I decided not to ask her for her information. Whew. Jeez. At least me asking for her information isn't gonna end the investigation. You jumping out will. What's your type?
Well, I like guys that like New Guinea fruit bats and yellow spotted neck turtles.
Holy shit, that's like on my Pinterest. Those specific things. New Guinea fruit bats and yellow spotted neck turtles.
I cannot even picture that.
You certainly can, Iba. Just Google it so I know what I'm looking at and know what I need to say if she asks me any questions. Quick, Iba. I want to know where Renju is. On to the serious matters.
I want to too.
Oh. Well, I mean, you want to know where I am more, right?
We've been looking for him. We've been getting so many calls, it's hard to keep up with.
Calls? From who? Interesting. Well, Iris. Iris is looking at me. Great observation. Why was your phone off yesterday?
I know you were mad about our date, but why was your phone off?
Yeah, couldn't reach you. I wanted to schedule a time to reserve the restaurant, but, you know, you weren't answering, and so I got nervous. I don't think they do walk-ins, this fancy-ass place they call McDonald's.
I couldn't get a hold of you.
And where were you at 3 in the morning last night? About the late-night visitor. Actually, let's ask about having the day off.
Off?
Yeah, from school.
Oh, yeah, it's a holiday.
It is a holiday.
So I decided to come to Lemniscate.
Wow, okay. Ms. No Days Off.
We're going to do a recording for a show soon.
Alrighty. Where's Renju?
What about him?
Where is he? That's what I asked. I don't need to hide it. I told her about Renju's disappearance.
A traffic accident?
Yes, you're not aware?
I'm worried.
Well, she's acting like she hasn't seen him, so maybe he's not the guy that turned up at, in the middle of her stream last night? Or the night before, I should say.
Any idea where he could have gone?
Actually, technically last night, because it was in the middle of the morning.
I'm sorry, no.
Do you know So Sajima, the politician?
I've seen him on TV.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Ever met him?
No.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
Never have you ever. Okay. I saw your body.
Iris, promise you won't laugh, but
Yeah, please promise. Pinky swear right now.
I saw something at the cold storage warehouse last night.
What?
Your dead body.
Hey, you giggled. You weren't supposed to. Oh god, she's broken down.
I told you not to laugh.
Jeez, I told you that in confidence.
But, come on, Date. I'm alive. I'm right here.
Yeah, for now. Okay.
Look, I can jump around. Woohoo!
That's not jumping.
Stop, I'm serious. In my dream, I saved you from being killed. And here you are.
Oh gosh. Oh no, we're going down the rabbit hole now. We're talking about our dream of saving her.
Which is why I was like that when I went to your house yesterday. Sorry, there's no point in telling you all this.
No, it's fine. Sorry for laughing.
Okay.
I just didn't know what was up with you.
Huh?
I believe you, Date.
Are you sure? You're not just saying that.
Maybe you were in a parallel world or something.
I wouldn't be surprised at this point knowing this series creator.
Another bizarre explanation.
Jeez. About the late night visitor.
Last night around 2 a.m., someone visited you. Who was it?
Why are you being silent now?
And you left the house as well. Where did you go?
You really want to know?
Yes, I do. So does the police.
Yes.
And you'd do anything for the answer.
Including arrest you, yes.
Yes.
All right then, Shovel Forge.
No.
Tate, you can't just say no after saying you'll do anything.
Then go on a date with me.
Again.
No.
But you owe me for yesterday.
I told you I couldn't get a hold of you.
Objection.
Overruled.
Even if you did get a hold of me, you didn't want to see me anyway, right?
Of course I wanted to see you, I just didn't want to see you dead.
Until you fulfill your promise, I won't tell you anything.
Sorry, receptionist. Yeah, this doesn't mean anything, I promise. I'm just obliging my obligation, you know. Summarize for me.
So, what are we doing?
What do you mean?
I thought you were going to record a show.
For our date, of course.
Go on a date, don't go on a date. We got no choice, go on a date.
Fine.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
Yay!
She's got intel, Iba. You got any better ideas? I'm all ears. Put it in my suggestion box.
So you'll play Shovel Forge with me?
I will not.
So we'll go on a date then.
Sure.
Yes.
They don't have to be mutually exclusive, but they will be for this case.
Deal. And you have to honor our agreement this time.
Okay.
I can't believe it.
What? Now you don't want to jump out of my eye socket and freak her out?
Oh, but we can't go right away.
Jeez. She put up more resistance with me talking with the receptionist. And she's legal, I think. Of age.
I have a recording coming up.
Well, see, I can't... It doesn't fit in my schedule. I can't work around you.
I should be done by 3, though.
Tessa, we're starting soon.
Got it.
Wait, you're going in there too? But you're the receptionist.
So, Date, meet me back here at 3?
Okay, I've kind of been all over town at this point. I'm surprised it's not 3 o'clock already.
If you ditch me, I will be beyond furious.
We can't have that. Don't want her extra aggro.
Anyway, bye for now. Peace.
Adios. Iris smiled and strolled over to the studio.
There is no point remaining here.
Okay,
Let's get moving.
let's get moving. Abyss headquarters.